Hello and welcome to today's news English lesson. My name is Stuart. In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at some news from Mexico and also some news from the Philippines. Two articles. The objective of this lesson is to help you talk about current events in English, to learn the words in the news, and also some useful vocabulary and expressions. So let's go straight to the lesson. Now, today's first article is in Mexico, and we can see here the headline of the article: Mexican brands mock Trump. There's a common sense he's our enemy. Now, this article obviously is related to the hot debate that's happening between Mexico and the States because of the controversial comments made by Donald Trump during his election campaign, and the Mexican population is now starting to fight back against Donald Trump, and some Mexican companies are using Trump's words and Trump's aggression in order to get some extra publicity and sell more products, obviously. So the first thing we can see here is Mexican brands mock Trump. Now, the first word here that we need to look at is mock. And if you mock somebody, you make fun of them. So we'll have a look at the definition in the dictionary. To mock is to tease or laugh in a scornful or contemptuous manner. He mocks them as Washington insiders. Synonym: ridicule, jeer at, sneer, deride, scorn, make fun of, laugh at, etc. So we can use those synonyms with the word mock. So you mock somebody. So Mexican brands, Mexican companies in this sense, mock Trump. There's a common sense he's our enemy. A common sense he's our enemy. So the Mexicans are coming together against Donald Trump. Companies including Tecate and Cucapa are using humor to push back against the Republicans' fighting talk and market their products. Okay, so companies including Tecate and Cucapa are using humor to push back against, So to push back against means that you refuse it or you try to prevent it. So they're trying to prevent, or they're trying to counteract, let's say, the Republicans' fighting talk. Because as I said before, one of Donald Trump's main promises is to build a wall between Mexico and the States, and he's very aggressive against Mexico for some reason. So the companies are using humor to push back against the Republicans' fighting talk. Now, let's go down to the main part of the article, and we can see here. When a group of young Mexicans began selling "I support Donald" t-shirts to people on the streets of Los Angeles last month, they drew reactions of anger and disbelief from many passerby. Okay, so let's have a look here. When a group of young Mexicans began selling "I support Donald" t-shirts, they drew reactions. You draw a reaction from somebody. You get a reaction from somebody. So they drew reactions of anger and disbelief from many passerby. Passerby are the people that are walking by in that particular moment. Passerby. So anger and disbelief. Anger and disbelief. People couldn't believe what they were seeing. They couldn't believe that Mexicans were selling t-shirts in support of Donald Trump. But the joke was on the buyers. As temperatures rose, a clown nose appeared on the Republican presidential candidate and the wording on the shirts changed, crossing out "I support" and leaving "El que lo lea," which translates to "whoever reads this," but is a nod for any Mexican Spanish speaker to the popular phrase "whoever reads this is an asshole." Okay, so again, the joke was on the buyers. People were buying this t-shirt, but the joke was on them, okay? Because as the temperatures rose, as the day got hotter, and as your body got hotter, on the Donald Trump face appeared a red nose, like a clown's nose, okay? And the wording on the shirt changed to, instead of saying "I support," that was crossed out, it changed to El que lo lea, which obviously is some type of Mexican slogan, and we can see here that it says whoever reads this is an asshole. So people were buying this t-shirt, and then the t-shirt changed the meaning. So people basically were being tricked into buying a t-shirt in support of Donald Trump, but as it says here, the joke was on the buyers. The joke was on the buyers. The joke was on them. Okay. The prank was part of a viral marketing campaign by the Mexican craft brewery Cucapa, with the sales destined to fund free beer giveaways and a big party in Mexico City. So the prank, the joke, the prank was part of a viral marketing campaign. Viral marketing campaign, which means that it becomes very popular. It goes viral in the population, by the Mexican craft brewery. Okay, a craft brewery is a brewery that makes special beers. It's not a generalized brewery, but a craft brewery makes boutique beer, specialized beer. Okay, it's not as big as some of the other big Mexican beer brands like Sol, Corona, I think, are some big Mexican beers. Cucapa's stunt was the latest in a series of advertising campaigns by Mexican businesses that have mocked and criticized the Republican candidate for his racist rhetoric, okay? His racist rhetoric, his racist talk. So the stunt, the act, the stunt, the promotional stunt was the latest in a series of advertising campaigns. So this company is not the first one. Other Mexican companies are doing similar things in order to mock and criticize Donald Trump, because a lot of people consider him to be racist. Okay, so the Mexican companies are fighting back. Now, let's move on to the next article. Now, the next article takes us to the Philippines, and it's an unfortunate article because in the Philippines at the moment, there's a type of extermination going on. The president has given permission for people, police in particular, to kill anybody who is considered to be a drug addict. And we can see here from the title that Duterte says children killed in Philippines drug war are collateral damage. So this is quite nasty. He's considering children killed in this drug war, which is what he's calling it, a war on drugs. He's given permission, as I said, for the police and other vigilantes to kill people they consider to be drug addicts. And children, if they're in the way, they are collateral damage. Now, collateral damage is a military term, and what it means is that, for example, if you drop a bomb on a specific target and 200 other people who happen to be close by are killed, they are considered collateral damage. And Duterte is saying that children who are innocently killed by these vigilantes and police are collateral damage. Okay, so he's taking away the importance of the event to justify what he's doing here. So the next part here says, with the policeman and the M16, it's one burst, brrr, and he hits 1,000 people there, explains the Philippines president. Okay, the M16, obviously a weapon. Let's go down to the main article. Rodrigo Duterte, the president of the Philippines, has referred to innocent people and children as collateral damage in his war on drugs because police use automatic weapons when confronting criminals. So when the police confront the criminals with automatic weapons, brrr, if 1,000 people are killed, then and only 300 are drug addicts, then the rest are considered collateral damage. So we can understand the magnitude of this problem in the Philippines. You're walking down the street, a drug addict happens to be next to you, the police open fire, you get killed, bad luck, collateral damage. Asked in an interview with Al Jazeera about minors caught up in the violence, minors meaning young people, minors, Duterte said those cases would be investigated, but added that police can kill hundreds of civilians without criminal liability. So basically, if you're in the Philippines and you get killed, nobody will face criminal liability because it's collateral damage. So if you're walking down the street and all of a sudden somebody opens up with a machine gun and you die, No problem. The next one. He gave a hypothetical example of an officer using an M16 rifle when dealing with a gangster who wields a pistol. To wield means to carry, but we understand that if you carry a pistol and you wield it, it means that you're carrying it and perhaps moving it from side to side. You're wielding a gun, okay? You wield a pistol. Here's the word, to wield a pistol. When they meet, they exchange fire. With the policeman and the M16, it's one burst. Brrr, and he hits 1,000 people there and they die. Bad luck. It could not be negligence because you have to save your life. It could not be recklessness because you have to defend yourself, he said. So, it could not be negligent. Now, negligence means that you don't take the proper care. So, it can't be that the police are not taking the proper care. Okay, that's what he says, Duterte. Because you have to save your life. It's your responsibility. If you're walking down the street in the Philippines and this happens, it's your problem, not the police's problem. It could not be recklessness because you have to defend yourself. Now, I'm going to leave this article here and say that this is an absolute extreme of where presidential powers can reach. If a president gives the police or vigilante groups or any other member of the public the permission to carry an M16 rifle, a powerful, powerful machine gun, and kill people that they are suspected of being drug dealers or addicts, suspected. It doesn't matter if they are or not. They are suspected of being drug addicts. They get killed. And the police shoot 1,000 shots at a time, and if anybody else dies, it's collateral damage. What is happening in the Philippines, I do not know, but this has to stop. That is the news in English for today. My name is Stuart. If you have a comment or a question about any of the news items today, whether it be Mexico or the Philippines, please leave the comment in the section below. I'll see you in the next news English lesson. Have a good day. Bye for now.